Today I want to discuss my top 10 things I bring to the parks with me. So, I'm just going to go ahead and start, okay? My number one, great, good walking shoes. You can't see me right now. Walking shoes, yes, shoes. Disney World's huge. If you haven't been, or you have been, you have been, you know. If you haven't been, get ready for walking. It's huge, lots of walking, miles of walking. You're walking everywhere. You know, you're walking to get on the ride, to get on the bus, get on the ferry, to the parking lot. You're walking everywhere. So my suggestion is good walking shoes like this. If you're comfortable walking in flip flops for miles and miles, good for you. I've seen people actually walk in stilettos, which baffles me because I can't do it. But you know, if you can do it, awesome. Disney also has shoes if your feet get tired. They do have shoes available. They have Disney Crocs and flip-flops. Here's the Crocs and the flip-flops. They run about $40 a piece. So if you're not planning to spend that much money, I would just make sure you have your comfy walking shoes with you and have them on your feet. But these are both very comfortable for me. I've walked around in both of these, and they're very comfortable. And actually, I wear these all the time, and they're quite comfortable. So that's my number one. Good walking shoes. Bring good walking shoes and wear them in the parks. So that's number one. Number two, backpacks. I know what you're thinking. You're like, why are you telling me to bring a backpack? I don't want to carry it around with me. Well, I carry it so I can put all my junk in my backpack. I've taken a bunch of different types of bags into the parks with me. I've taken, this one's actually what I'm taking now. I like this one the best. Actually, not to take observation sticker. It's big enough. It has sides for my water bottle and things like that on the side. Pockets on the side. The pockets are really roomy in the inside. I like this one. This is one I like to take. But I've also taken this one. It's actually it's not a school backpack, so I apologize for the umbrella on the side. This bag actually got a little too big for me, because there's a lot. I mean, it has a lot of space. I mean, if you've got kids, I'm assuming something bag like this would be good. You can carry all their snacks and things like that in it. This is actually a little too big. This one actually gets a little too big too. This is my North Face backpack. I actually carried around campus with me in college, and this actually gets a little too big as well. It's a little cumbersome. And these last two I've actually carried a lot. This one works pretty good. There's just not a lot of pockets. Severe Bradley backpack. The pockets are kind of shallow. The inside's not that deep. So it works okay. If you're going for like a quick jaunt to the park, then sure. But if you're planning on buying a lot of things, I wouldn't suggest a bag like this. And I've also carried cross-body bag, which I can't get it out. A cross-body bag like this is definitely if you're just going like for an evening in the park and not planning on buying a lot and you need a bag to carry like your wallet and your camera and things in. This kind. Also, I've carried cinch bags, that, you know, the drawstring bags. They're good, but it's just not my personal preference, so do what you think you may want to do. You don't want to carry your backpack through the park if you realize, man, it's just really, really big. There are lockers available at the front of every park. If you're not sure where they are, they're located on your map. Or if you can also ask guest relations as well. Usually when you come right through the turnstiles, they're usually somewhere near there. And they also those are the attended ones, and I know Animal Kingdom and Epcot both have unattended lockers outside of the parks, outside the ticket gates. So that's up to you. So stuff. That's another thing that goes along with this backpack section. I don't know if anybody's like me. I like to buy souvenirs. As you can probably see, I am a big Mickey ear fan. I love my Mickey ears. I have Disney things all over my room. I love this kind of stuff. But sometimes these can, you know, if you buy a relatively big stuffed animal or something like that, it's kind of cumbersome. You don't want to carry those all over the park. Disney offers two great options. The first option is if you buy a lot of things and you actually can have it sent to the front of the park, which is amazing for people who don't want to carry their stuff all over the park. They're actually sent to the guest relations desk at the front of the park. Usually takes about 2 hours to get it up the front. So if you're planning on going, you know, leaving in a short amount of time, I wouldn't suggest doing that. But if you are, hanging out in the parks for a couple hours after you buy your souvenirs, then by all means take service of this free thing. They also can ship things to your home. I'm not sure about all the parks if they do that, all the gift shops, but some of the gift stores, you can actually ship things to your house. So technically it's 3. And then the other one is if you're staying on Disney property for an extended period of time, you actually can have your things sent to your hotel. And they'll be available in your gift shop at your hotel, which is very cool. I've actually used this, and it's actually very speedy. Everything is labeled, and I say, hey, I'm Catherine Jones, and I'm here to pick up my stuff, and they'll have it. They're usually about a 2-day stay, and they usually send it towards the end of your stay, because we stayed for 2 days for 2 nights for my birthday, and they actually sent it the last day we were there. So then they know when you're going to check out. So it's very cool. That's a good option to check out. One last tip with this. You actually can carry your stuff on the rides with you. Most of the rides, as long as it's not cumbersome, like, really big Minnie Mouse probably can't go on, like, Rock and Roller Coaster or Expedition Everest like that. But if they can fit in the bag, in the compartment in front of you, or it can fit under your feet, you're good. So, like, this kind of backpack like this, no problem. I've carried this on Rock and Roller Coaster, Expedition Everest, you're good. So, that's number 2. Number 3, I'll remove my Mickey ears now. Number 3, sunscreen. I know you're thinking, Catherine, well, duh, it's Florida. You would be surprised. I've been one of the victims of becoming a lobster at the end of the day, and you don't realize how much sun you're getting. So sunscreen, and hats can also apply to this. I don't normally wear hats unless they're Mickey ears, but my dad wears a hat all the time, and it definitely covers the sunscreen. It keeps the sun off his face. So sunscreen. Just toss it in your book bag. I carry it with me in the park, or I put on a lot of it before I go to the parks, but also carry it with me to reapply. But a lot of times you don't realize you're getting sunburned. I know, I've already said this. You don't realize you're getting sunburned. I've done it before. Like, I'm fine, it's cool. And everyone can say, I'm pretty fair complected. So, I burn very easily. You don't realize that you're getting burned, and then you go back to the hotel at night, and you're like, ow, this really hurts. So, sunscreen. Sunscreen is also available in the Disney parks and most of the stores and your hotel, things like that. But you're going to pay the Disney price for it, so just bring it from home. So anyway, if you want to pay for it, that's cool, but bring it from home. 4th, water bottle. I normally carry a Camelback. It's just, this is what I use, but just a cool little thing. I fill it up before I go to the parks and the hotel, and then I've got it all day. And there's water fountains located out through all the parks. And so they quickly get this free water, fill it up, you're good. Disney charges about $2.50 for a bottle of water. It's a Dasani bottle, which I think I would have one over here. Like this kind of bottle. So it's $2.50 for this. Which I've done it before. Like, we bought one and then we just refill it all day long, which saves money. But why not even spend it? Just bring your own. You don't have to have a Camelback, any kind of water bottle. They let you bring these in, no problem. Never had a problem bringing in a water bottle. So there's that. And also, it's Florida, it's hot. Make sure you hydrate. That's another tip. Hydrate. Even in December, it can be warm. Hydrate your body. You don't want to pass out. He wants to ruin the magic when you're passing out. So, okay. Number 5, medication and first aid things. Disney, they do have first aid things in the park, like first aid stations in the park. But I like to bring my own medicine. I usually bring like my Advil, my ibuprofen. I also bring like my own Band-Aids. My feet tend to blister a little bit, so I always bring Band-Aids with me. And also, I have really bad leg cramps as well, so I normally run my own leg cramp medicine as well. But like I said, if you take any medication during the day that doesn't need to be chilled, I would suggest bring it with you, especially if you're gonna stay all day. Bring it with you. If you're going back to your hotel, don't worry about it. If you're going to be there in time to take your medication. So, number 6, camera. I love taking pictures at Disney. I have probably 5,000 pictures of the castle itself. I love taking pictures of characters. There's always something pretty to take a picture of. So bring your camera, and also if your camera uses batteries, extra batteries. Disney also has disposable cameras available in their gift shops, but again, you're going to pay the Disney price. So just bring your own. Also, Disney has a really cool option called the Photo Pass. The Photo Passes are so cool. You get Disney professional pictures made, you know, by Disney photographers with characters, or in front of the castle, or in front of the Mickey hat, things like that. And there's no obligation to buy the pictures. They'll just take a bunch of them for you. So you have a magical day. You go home, make an account, load up. You know, all the account information is on the back of the card. Make a free account. Then you can just kind of, you know, browse through the pictures, see what you like, what you don't like. I've never heard any really problems for people who have bought the pictures from Disney. They're always very good quality, anything like that. So that's cool with that. So this is the Disney Photo Pass. That's another option. So there's that. And they take great pictures. I haven't bought any personally, but the pictures turn out very, very good. So that's number 6, camera and photo pass. 7, this is a big one for me. An autograph book and pen. I like to buy the autograph book. Sorry, that's my dog. I like to buy the autograph books from Disney. This is the Disney autograph book right here, and this is a Disney pen. Now, the thing with the pen, I'll go ahead and talk about the pen. The pen is larger, as you can see. It's a pretty big pen. Most of the characters are gloved, and it's very hard for them to grasp smaller pens. So I would suggest a pen like this. These are about $4 at the parks, roughly. So I think it's worth it, but they're also, when you can go to the dollar store and get pens similar to this, or the long pens for like $1. That's cool too. So that's this. Bigger pens, or big Sharpies, anything like that. The autograph books, this one runs about $7 at the parks. But I've had friends who have taken these kind of, let me get my autograph book examples. I've had friends take something like this into the parks. This is kind of a hard back book, and it's just lined paper. It's just lined paper, which is very, very cool. I've had friends take like actual notebooks like this, that's very cool. And these are things I had. And I've had friends take little notebooks like these, which these are very convenient because they're smaller, and you can actually put them in your bag. And the characters are cool. You don't have to have a specific Disney book. They also have autograph books like this, but they hold pictures, and those are about $17 to $20. So, and there's not as many pages as in this one. So I normally get this one, but that's just personal preference. You can go with these. That's cool too. That's awesome. 8. This is a big one. Florida is known for its unpredictable weather. So, rain, it always, especially in the summer, it rains. It'll rain for 20 minutes and it won't, and it's back and forth. Rain ponchos. These are the big deal. And I got these from the dollar store. They're 2 for $1. But Disney also sells rain ponchos for about $8. They're very, very good quality. Actually, we've actually bought them. It's a very good quality poncho, but we can't find them right now. But I usually just buy, from the dollar store. Good for 1 or 2 uses. Boom, done. And you can throw it away. Also, I actually had a friend, Pedro, if you're watching, hi Pap. He suggested bringing an umbrella as well, which I didn't think about this earlier. But this is an umbrella I got for Target for like $4. An umbrella, especially if you're with people and you only have one poncho, then you can have an umbrella for them to share. So thanks, Pat, for the thing. So there's that. And then number 9 for me is flip-flops. I know you're like, okay, Catherine, you said don't wear flip-flops. Do wear flip-flops. I don't like to get my feet wet. I'm very persnickety about my feet. I don't want my feet wet. I want them dry or either wet. One or the other. Can't be both. I don't like soggy shoes. So if I'm going to ride a water ride like Kali River Rapids, Splash Mountain, things like that, anything involved with water, I normally carry flip-flops, which I have these are actually I got from Disney as well. I carry a pair of flip-flops with me so I can change out before I ride the ride, and, sorry, my nose is running. I can change out before the ride, boom, done, ride it, feet are dry, done. Sometimes I also carry a small towel with me so in case I get wet or sweaty, it can dry off. And that's cool. So this is this. flip-flops for the wet rides, but you don't have to bring these. You don't. I just prefer to bring a pair of flip-flops with me, and especially if my feet get hot, change out flip-flops. That's that. Okay. Finally, number 10. This is the one I actually thought about a couple years ago when we went. A Ziploc baggie. This is a gallon Ziploc bag out of Target. You know, big old box of them for a couple bucks. A Ziploc baggie. And you're like, Catherine, why a Ziploc bag? Well, you can put your autograph book, your phone. That's a big thing. You don't want your phone getting soaking wet. I usually put my phone, my wallet, and my medication. Sometimes my sunscreen in there. And it keeps it all concise in the thing. You know, just put it all in. Just, you know, open it up, and I can slide my phone in there and my my autograph book and things like that. It all zips up nice and neat. And if I ride a water ride, it's all protected, because who wants to lose a phone on a water ride? I sure don't. But the phones are expensive. I get it. I know. I've had to replace this one twice. I get it. You know, so Ziploc baggies, great little inventions, and it'll save you a lot of time and a lot of money on phones, and you know, your wallet won't get wet, and your autograph book won't get wet, and it'll save it from the water. So, I think that about covers everything. Thanks for watching, and have a magical day.